is Daredevil Born Again a sequel to the Netflix Daredevil?
Yes.
You sure? Because you told me before it was not.
I think that was before I actually started watching it. So like it was up in the air that it was going to be, it wasn't. But after I just finished it, I'm going to say yes.
Fair enough. Now, watching this, which is currently playing on Disney Plus, season 1, that is, I enjoy this and was simultaneously pissed off at this
I can see that.
due to the political climate or the political times that we're currently suffering today. Some people may disagree, some people may agree, but what I saw here, and we've seen it before in DC Comics with Lex Luthor, we see here with Wilson Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and to tie into current political times, which is ironic due to this was filmed way before the 2024 election.
True. And the storyline that that they tie in to this is way before that too.
Correct. No, it happened in the comics.
If anything, it's more like how what the Simpsons is always joke about, like the Simpsons predict the future. In this case, there's some similarity there.
Right, but it's like it came out as things are getting heated in our politics.
Vanessa.
Welcome back to Tales of Two Bros. My name is Angel.
I'm Adon.
Where we give a review at least once a week.
Spoiler alert. Just to get this out of the way. So I found out that they originally were going to do 18 episodes, and they made the decision to split it so that season 1 would be 9 and season 2 would be 9. So that's why it ended right where it did, because originally it was going to go 18.
Right. Once it was done, they made announcements that Daredevil Born Again will be season 2 will be happening sooner than realized.
Yes, but the original plan was 18.
Now, before we get into more detail, like I was surprised like how violent it was and allowed on Disney Plus, because the Netflix series that we have on now Disney Plus, the Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, is ranked or in a different like NC kind of rating where you need to have a password to access those kind of programs. Here, holy crap. Now, it wasn't overly violent, but it was violent on certain aspects, especially at the end.
There were some episodes. Yeah, I was going to say, even at the end, that was
I was surprised.
You need a password for that episode.
And it reminded me, it took me straight to
Game of Thrones?
Toxic Avenger.
No, I was going to say Game of Thrones, The Mountain.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's a little different in the way that, well, no, like in the Game of Thrones, like he's pushing Pedro Pascal's in the face, right? He's going to eyes in.
Then he pops it.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying, the way he did it was more like something, because Game of Thrones is not so, in the sense it's somewhat recent, right? Toxic Avenger, when it came out way back in the day in the 80s or early 90s.
Or are you talking about this weight scene in Toxic Avenger?
I'm just saying the violence of it, because you have the punch in the gut, you have the head exploding with the weights, all that stuff. That head explosion in the finale, the season finale, holy crap. It's already like memes or videos. Can it happen? Can a person crush another head? Like,
yes.
Technically, yes, especially with Kingpin, in the sense of what the Kingpin strength can be. The skull cracks at a pressure of 8 pounds. So if you're putting more of that in constant, and then with the strength that the Kingpin is known for, is not that hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, so let's put it in terms like, for martial arts aspects, like people used to do breaking coconuts with their bare hands as a testament. Coconuts are stronger than the average human skull. It takes more pounds of pressure square inch, I think is the term, to rupture a coconut in one hit than it would for a human skull. So if you can break a coconut, you can break a skull.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Absolutely.
Sorry. He just said to me.
He did not dodge. I live by those 5 Ds. The 5 Ds.
Now, the political aspect of this movie, where Kingpin, a known criminal, everyone knew that he's a criminal, that he's a crook, that he killed, he stole, what have you. He checked all the marks, boom, boom, boom. But then he show people say, hey, we need someone like that. Who do we have now like that? Donald fucking Trump. Sorry, I don't like the guy. He is fodder. We voted not once, but twice, because people do not learn from history. And what he's doing now, the guy who claims law and order, who is actually breaking law and order, who freaking pardoned domestic terrorists, he calls them patriots. What does Wilson Fisk do? He hires crooked cops to take down vigilantes.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting pissed because, you know, like mom, when she sees a movie in a sense where it deals with drug addiction, it gets her furious.
Yeah, she's not a big fan of those.
Yeah, she gets nauseated. She'll get upset because she experienced that with families,
Yep.
you know, close families and close friends. My natural birth father, he was heavily into drugs.
Yeah.
You know, he was a dealer and a user. You know, my opinion of marijuana pot is different now, but still, when I smell it, I get an initial like jerk reaction of anger because of what I experienced
As a
with
child.
growing up. As a child growing up,
Mhm.
it's valid. So he does everything and then try to perfect picture, and you know he's telling the people the lies and then doing something. You know, says one thing and does the other. I'm just so fucking pissed. You know, this was filmed way before that. Was in the comics way before that. DC did it with Lex Luthor becoming the president in that universe. And it was just like everybody, the reporters and, you know, so many people knew about it and they like, don't care. He's the man for the city. I was like, you gotta be effing kidding me. I was like, oh, so it just irks me in that aspect. And it just,
So
it's not,
it struck too close to home.
well, in today's political times, yes. Yes.
Mhm.
But I did enjoy this. I did enjoy the series. I love that everyone came back from the original.
Mhm.
You know, Charlie Cox freaking nails it as Matt Murdock. Granted, I saw like there's memes now like on Instagram or what have
Oh,
you.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I don't know, but the thing is, they do it. Well, what I'm talking about, they do with a lot of actors now. Like they show like when they first started and till now, these shows
Oh, that. Okay.
like 1980,
Yeah.
1985. He was this age. He looks blind. Every scene, every production he was in, he looks relatively blind. The same kind of like that lost eyes going somewhere, and then he has that little smile or smirk. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like, holy crap! No wonder that he got the job so easily.
So I thought you were talking about for a second the meme where like Mr. Steal Your Girl is because like
Oh, he
there's
gets all the hot girls.
he gets all the hot girls the where it shows like him with and then all the girls he's ever dated including She-Hulk, and it goes like he's not blind. And then
Yes, I know.
there was a meme out there where it shows a scene from episode 8 where he takes Vanessa from Fisk on the dance floor.
Yes.
Like he cuts in between the two of them. And as he cuts in between, he looks right at Fisk with that stupid grin on his face, and Fisk is just like, hey,
Vanessa.
even she's not safe from Matt.
Now, real quick, who was that guy in the cellar? Because I know they alluded to him, and I think it was
That was
the
her.
guy.
That was the guy she was having the affair with, Adam.
Oh, she was having an affair with him.
Well, technically, she was still married to Fisk.
I thought that he was someone who Fisk was jealous of. That he thought something was there that wasn't.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
my
he technically
misunderstanding.
was also jealous. I mean,
Well, no, I know he was jealous, but I thought he was like, you know, like no one can be with my woman. If I can't be with her, no one can be with her,
yeah.
kind of thing. And I thought it was just like they were work buddies or whatever.
Oh,
sense,
it's like a misplaced anger kind of situation,
right? It's like I thought, like he misread the room, if you will.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was. He was just punishing him.
He read it just right.
All right, fair enough. Because I know they asked him. They asked them, "Where is he?" That the therapist, Matt's girlfriend, he says, "Where is he?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know." They both said, "I don't know where he's at." She definitely didn't know where he's at. Where he was lying and saying. I mean, I do like also in public, he's eating very modestly, you know, like that's how he loses all the weight because he's like kind of like doing intermittent fasting, right? Having small meals here and there. And then while he's like beating the guy up or after beating the guy up or torturing him, like make him suffer where he's eating like or eating breadcrumbs where he's having a lavish meal.
Yeah.
So he's just torturing the guy like in all ways, but he's having this huge meal in front of him.
So here's the funny thing. So I was having a conversation with a friend about that because I was like, early on in the season when you first see Fisk, he's having omelets and he's having these really small meals and he's thin. But then as we're getting across the episodes, his meals are becoming more lavish, more decadent as the season progresses. And there's at one point where he rips his jacket because he's trying to put it on. So, and to me, that's him getting his weight back on.
When did he rip this jacket?
Vanessa was putting on his jacket. I think it was like when he,
the ball?
At the ball. And he's like, oh, I guess I have to get a retailer or something like that. For me, I was interpreting as the meals are getting more decadent, that's him falling back in line to the original Fisk. And which by the end of the series, we're kind of back in line to how he was originally. because that was the whole thing. Like after Echo, he supposedly reformed and reinvented himself.
That's when he got the idea of running for mayor.
Yes, because
At
of
the end.
Echo, because she did that whole thing with his mind and him showing
But
his
no, but
past.
not just that, but he saw it, on the news, and that was
Yes.
like an opportunity for him. Now, I also love, like, growing up, a big fan of Iron Fist and the martial arts. Me taking martial arts myself, I was a big fan also of the White Tiger.
Yes.
Huge fan. I'm just saddened he wasn't utilized enough.
I mean, his character died in the show.
Just like Chadwick Boseman, he died
Yeah.
of cancer or complications of cancer.
Yeah.
He was getting treated because he looked thin and
Yeah.
drought and all that good stuff. So it's kind of like sad that two actors in the MCU that played characters in the MCU have passed away due to cancer or cancer complications. But there is a female White Tiger,
Yes.
and we see her here as the niece, and that also goes into play of, if they ever do it, the Young Avengers
Or Spider Warriors.
Yes, because in the comics, she's a little older. She's not pre-teen or teen.
Yes.
She's like in her 20s. But I did not want to see her that yet, in the sense of taking the mantle. She doesn't take the mantle because there's also the sons of the White Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
They only have the head piece. In the original comic book version, is a head piece and two paws.
Oh, so
and
they form the sons?
So each one has part of the amulet.
Ah, okay.
And as an Asian, I believe as an Asian, or maybe Latino, a black kid and a white kid. So I think it is Asian. I think it's Asian, black, who could be Latino, and then a white kid. So they're like those three, and they make up the Sons of the White Tiger. But anyway, great to see the Punisher back as a team up.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with the ending as well.
Okay.
Because Frank would never do that. Frank would have never have done that, what he did, unless it was his game plan to get caught. Because Frank would never just walk up and shoot and whatever, blah, blah, blah. He would take them out one-on-one.
Yeah,
and
play it smart usually.
Yeah.
Now,
so
granted,
maybe
there's a theory on that I heard that the Frank Castle that we are experiencing is a Frank Castle that has been blipped. He was snapped.
Okay. So
like a lot of people, like a lot of characters, when they came back and they were snapped and they didn't adapt right, so because he seemed more off hinge than usual.
No, he seemed like a regular guy to me.
All right, just saying.
I mean, unless it was his plan to get caught, then okay. The end credit scene, you see then that he breaks out.
Yeah, so and that might be the case. He might have like an end game plan,
because he's not just there alone. The swordsman's in it from Hawkeye.
Yes, he's there where there's a lot of people that are hostages
Right.
So he might be there to get them out.
Correct. So he might have found out that they're there, and so maybe. But again, the regular Frank Castle, regardless of blipped or not, he would not do that. Military-wise, you would not do that. You would not put yourself one person through all, because they all have weapons too, because they could have shot him. Even though they were fans of him,
although
he was still a vigilante.
I watched season 2 of Punisher, and he walked down the street up to like a bunch of guys that were doing a bank heist in the middle of the street. So
yeah, but it's different.
Kind of would.
It's different though. In a sense, no, it is. It's different because of bank heist. It's not as they're not as military trained. The police more or less are military trained.
They were. They're all ex army military, and they were led by Jigsaw.
Oh, that's right. And Jigsaw was military. That's right. Okay, fair enough. Now,
success.
I was a huge Daredevil fan, reading the comics and all this stuff, but I apparently I stopped because there isn't a comic book storyline that Foggy's death was set up.
I heard that. I heard there was a storyline.
And Vanessa was behind it in a way to take down Kingpin, take down her husband, in a way, so like that, and using Bullseye, whatever, like that, because he didn't get shot. It wasn't a death shot. It was not a death shot. It was close because it wasn't at the heart.
Yeah.
It was like on the shoulder. But
here's the thing: if Matt was listening in the entire time,
but no, in the comics, Foggy was able to. He learned somehow to slow down his heart rate. It was like something he took.
Oh, he had that special liquor and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So that's the theory there, and they may do that in season 2. Now, granted, I already saw a picture of season 2. Fuck.
Oh, I'm avoiding all advertising.
Well, I don't try not to. It's not advertising. It's just a picture that popped up on my feed somehow. That is Shadowland. The costume is all black with red D's.
That's nice. I also heard the theory that like the new secretary guy for Fisk is his son. Yeah,
it makes sense. It kind of makes sense because he kind of looks like him, kind of plump,
just
heavy, and he's trying to work in his good graces.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
And the only one that would know that's his son is
It's
Fisk?
Vanessa.
No,
Oh,
because it would have been before Vanessa. Because the guy's too old for one.
okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And the only person that would have known about the son besides Fisk probably would have been what's his name? Wilson? Wesley. No, Wesley, the first assistant he had in the original series. But he died.
But you have this guy also, the other guy that's
Buck.
That's his second in command. Yeah, that was.
But Buck, I looked it up. Buck is actually like a former CIA, like a special ops guy. He was like a hitman almost for the government.
So is he like a double agent?
No, he's a crooked. He's crooked as they come. But he's just like personal bodyguard / assistant, as you were. He wasn't close with Fisk from the get-go.
Okay. Man, Karen looks good.
Yo, the whole
she looks good.
Waking up in the hospital and be like, Karen, and they're like, it's the drugs.
No, but she, I know her. We know her from
True Blood.
True Blood, yes.
Deborah Ann Wool, who plays Karen.
Yeah, I know. She's a big D&D fan. I know.
Absolutely, man.
I know. I saw. You sent me video clips of her organizing D&D events and also trying to get Josh the
John
Punisher to play, because it's like it's role acting. That's all you're doing. He's like, and all the time he's just like, yeah, I'm never fucking playing this shit. So he was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I know she's a huge D&D fan, but she looks great. Like some people that, when they get older, they look, it looks good on them. Some people get older, it doesn't look good. But there's not that much action here.
But when there is action, it's pretty good.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. The beginning with that one long cut of him and Bullseye, and he's just getting stabbed with a knife and he's still fighting. It kind of reminds me, even though it's just with Bullseye, but kind of reminds me when he's fighting the Hand in the comics, and he's getting all of the shurikens, and he's still fighting. But yes, when he fights Muse,
both times in the subway and in Heather's office.
Correct. I mean, that was good. The Billy stick. Oh my God, they really expanded on the Billy stick, and it was just so. But what I liked about it is because it kind of went back into the roots of Matt Murdock, kind of like Iron Man 3 did the same thing with going back to Tony Stark, the man.
Yeah.
Because the majority of that movie, Iron Man 3, is just Tony Stark without his gear.
True.
Without the Iron Man suit. And you have here with these 9 episodes, the majority of Matt without his suit.
Well, I mean, that's where it's argued that like the opening credits, the intro, is like a parallel of how the season's supposed to be. Like the beginning of the season is Daredevil being broken down. He's no longer Daredevil. And then the bits of the city that has crumbled and is going into chaos is now reforming to build him back up and make him the Daredevil that we need.
Born again, exactly. But no, I just like that they, you can easily just have him go back and forth and break his promise that he made in honor of Foggy and rely on the laws of justice, or the sister of justice, whatever, or the scale of justice. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And he just seeing that it's starting to fail. Like it was working, but now it's starting to fail, and especially with Fisk coming back, and he knows deep down inside what this guy is full of shit.
Yeah.
And there's the other action scene which I loved, but because Matt was pissed off that was like one of the first times that he broke. No, it's the first time that he broke.
Episode 1, the fight scene between the detectives.
Was that episode 1?
Yeah, with the 2 detectives.
They're looking for the guy. Yeah, no, I thought that was like episode 2. I don't know, it was episode 1 already, but that was really good. But then
that might have been episode 2.
Okay. But him and Frank fighting in the house, in the apartment. No, yes. One's killing, one's not killing.
Best dialogue
and banter with each other. In a sense, like Frank says to me, they're already dead.
He's like, what about that one, Red? What about that one?
Yes.
In conversation, he's like, Jesus, man.
But the thing is, like, some of the strikes that Daredevil does is like, you just broke his jaw. He might as well be dead.
Oh, the knee.
Yeah, I mean, and the guy that was like the guy with the bulletproof skull hold on that had his hand stabbed into the wall.
Yeah,
he hits him across the face with the billy club. I'm like, has to be dead.
The guy got CTC.
I mean, sometimes you're better off killing someone.
I mean,
because
that's
the guy's gonna be. Because no, they'll be in pain forever. The bones are not going to
Was
mend
like
right.
every time we're talking about this, I'm thinking about Pete Holmes as Batman. He's like, I don't kill them. What do you mean? They're just really, really tired.
Now, okay, who blew up the apartment? Was it Frank or was it one of the?
I think it was one of the dirty cops. Like
Because
it
the
was
thing is, no,
just so weird.
no, because it was funny. Because like, don't kill them, don't kill them, and then it's like, well, they're dead now. I can't remember who threw the grenade in there because
They don't
like,
show it.
No, because you hear Daredevil say Frank, like almost
Yeah.
like what the fuck, dude, almost like that. So you think
I
it's
should
him, and they
rewatch
just
that. It might have been Frank because he'd be that crazy.
right. But regardless, like whoever was alive
Is not now.
it's not alive. It's not alive. No,
They do
no,
have
was,
they do have the best dialogues. Like the first time you saw Castle with the beard and their interaction together, and they're talking about Foggy. He's pushing Matt Murdock's buttons, and then Matt just sucker punches him.
Yeah.
Like shut your mouth. Boom, like right in the mouth. And he goes, he's like, sorry.
Right. No, the rapport with them to the chemistry is really good.
Gold.
It is really, yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I actually think it's better than Deadpool and Wolverine, because it's kind of similar in that aspect. Like one is like chaotic and one has a little more control, even though both kill.
Yes.
But there is a difference.
Well, Daredevil doesn't necessarily kill.
No.
He tries not to.
What I'm saying, Deadpool and Wolverine do kill.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But one's a little more in the sense of chaotic, and one's a little more controlled chaos.
I got that.
If that makes any sense. You know, Frank is chaotic, and it says he goes to the extreme, where Daredevil is controlled chaos.
True.
So, and their banter with those two, and these banter with these, is good. Do you think the Defenders are going to be in this one, season 2?
You know what? I'd be intrigued, and I wouldn't be opposed to seeing the Defenders. That was one of the other memes that I was seeing, like when like Wilson Fisk is talking, and then he's like referring to all the other characters, and you see like Spider-Man in bed.
I think didn't he? Wait a minute, I saw that from the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, he referred to Spider-Man.
In the first season, right?
In this season, yeah.
Yeah, right. But the meme I think you're talking about is from a clip from
Into the
Spider-Verse. Yeah, from the Peter from the other thing where he's like in the
like he looks up for a second and he goes down. Was there a favorite episode?
I would say the last one, because that's where like the shit really hit the fan.
Okay.
The killing of the commissioner.
Yeah.
And people are just like, whoa, okay.
Apparently they could only do that take twice.
Right. But the thing is, goddamn, what's the actor's name again?
Are you talking about for the commissioner or for Fisk?
No. Kingpin.
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes. He knew about it for a while, that that was going to happen. And he was like salivating about it, like how to do it. Like, what can you do? Can we do this? Can we do that? Is it possible we can do this? It's like, how about I have him face me?
Do I scream Vanessa?
Like, no, things of that nature. Like, no, let's just try this. Let's try that. And then,
I mean, if you're going to have a moment like that, I would be like, how do I make this the most iconic moment? Arguably, that could fall in line with like, he's like, what's your major malfunction, soldier?
Right.
Like,
well, he was in that too.
Exactly.
He was in Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Like most of his like most iconic roles have like a moment like that where it's like, bro, he went off the chain just for that one part.
But for me, like, I think this having the commissioner face the police that were there
as he was doing that was so wild to me.
It was wild. But it just says like he's showing the guy's eyes, excruciating. So they see it. Now, granted, sometimes when they don't see the facial expressions, the imagination can go even wilder.
I mean, that's like watching Invincible, but in real life.
Yes. But now they've seen his eyes get bulgy and about to pop and all that stuff. And then the jaw,
you see their reaction. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying that they're learning from him. They're like, oh shit, we can't cross him.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be, granted, I will think that you see like, this is my mayor. He's doing the crimes that we're supposed to.
Well, like the one officer that Chief Gallo goes, I was like, I knew you as a recruit. He goes, yeah, but it's better to fall in.
Right.
And, yeah. He's like, he doesn't want to be a bad guy,
Right,
but
but
he's like, sometimes you have to survive.
right,
He literally
no,
says
that
that.
I get, yeah, I get that. But then you see, and I like shit. So the probably some of the cops from that
Hmm.
group or brigade, whatever you want to call it, may just turn against him. And then I knew that the commissioners would be sold out because I knew that she was going to rat him out. I knew it. I don't know if she was recording the conversation, but I knew that she was going to rat him
Oh
out.
yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, this is a very good series. It's a very good presentation. It's a very good continuation from the Netflix series. I mean, again, it just pissed me off in a sense how Wilson Fisk's character is pretty much representing today's political times,
Yeah.
And I don't care what people think. In my opinion, Trump is a fucking dick. He's a hypocrite. Whatever. Red Bank, not Red Bank.
Red Hook.
Red Hook. Excuse me.
It's
And
basically, like, I know you watched Yellowstone.
no,
The
I
train.
didn't watch
Oh, you
Yellowstone,
didn't watch.
but
For
no,
those who
no,
did
but
watch Yellowstone, it's the
right,
train
but the thing,
station.
Red Hook is now like there's no legal hold, so it's like almost like up to grab, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what the train station is in
Right.
Yellowstone. Is a plot
Okay.
of
So
land that is technically off grounds. There's no legal territory on it,
right.
so anything goes.
So everything is doing again, lying to the people, so he can benefit financially.
Yes.
Again, it just gets under my nerve. People may tell me to say relax, and I'll say, you know what, f you. I'm not going to relax because again, because more people are going to be hurt than saved.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
all.
Now, I will say this. So, funny enough, because I asked you about favorite episodes, I know this is going to be a weird call, but I think the bank heist episode was one of my favorites.
No, it was good. No, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
That was done well. What did it remind me of? It reminded me of
Well, Inside Man.
yeah, Inside Man and Point Break in a way.
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
Joker, or The Dark Knight.
kind of, yeah. There's
It
a
had
lot of
all that
moments.
feel, and it was nice to see the connection of Ms. Marvel.
Yes, and that was a good tie-in.
You see the pop. You see the pop of her there. Now they were saying for some reason that gem was a cosmic cube or infinity stone. I don't think so.
I heard that, but I also heard that it might be tied into a whole different storyline, where it involved a stone, because that bank heist is in the comics for Daredevil. There's actually a comic book storyline where that actually all falls down like that.
That was a good one, and again, it was like mind games. It wasn't really about action.
Yeah, it was actually really like a clever use of his powers and abilities.
Yes,
and like him manipulating and working the system and being a lawyer. And then shattering knees, because there was also a meme out there where I was watching it and it was like, oh yeah, this guy was cooked as soon as he started talking to Matt. He's like, because he was like, as soon as he says he's Irish, he's like, oh, Christ Begora, or something like that. And then he goes, oh, you're from over the sea, or he starts talking to him, and everything he says, and you're an orphan too. Oh, and they hear that. As soon as that happens, I want to say, if you look closely, he broke not just the knee but the ankle at the same time, because it looked like he landed on the guy's ankle and knee. That guy is not walking.
No. There was some major damage there, and it was beautiful.
That was the most brutal.
No, I totally forgot about that whole bank scene sequence. That happened there, and the father. The father trying to remember, and it's like can't remember, then can remember, and can't remember, can remember, try to
buy time.
Yes.
And I will also say this separately. I did have a moment that kind of had me be like, "What the fuck?" The psychiatrist Heather Glean,
yes,
paid by
she pissed me
Margarita.
off. She was getting on my nerves. She was getting on my nerves. No,
First of all,
saved me.
That moment,
I was like, no, you didn't.
Hold up. We're going to talk about gaslighting people, and you're getting gaslight the entire audience. Ain't no way you saved yourself.
No,
like, I saved you.
Just had. No, like, I mean, of course, she doesn't know that he's Daredevil, but at the same time, I was like, come on, you got your ass beat until he got there.
In the same breath as saying, like, oh, we should go to Wilson Fisk's party. And he's like, listen, Daredevil saved you. He's like, no, I saved me. I'm like, pump your brakes.
Oh, the arrogance of her. But
and then she goes right hand man to the guy. By the end of the,
it'll be an honor.
You could. I don't even think that's a real position.
Hello, today's political times. You're hiring people who are in positions that are not qualified. You're making up departments when there was not there. You're just making it new just to make you seem like more important and stuff like that. So that's how it again ties into what's happening in today's fucking times. And I know I'm cursing a lot because I'm just again that's how pissed I get on these topics. These guys saw the future and they named it Fisk while we're dealing with Trump. That's his real name, by the way. It's not Trump, it's Trump. That's his original name. But anyway, on Rotten Tomatoes, we have it scored at 87% by the critics and 81 by the audience. And you're at?
I'm with the 87.
I'm higher. I'm with the 90s.
Mid 90s? Okay.
I'm in 90s. No, I'm gonna say mid 90s. I'm in the 90s because it is solid. It gets you going. It gets you invested. There's good pace. I didn't find myself bored.
I agree.
I didn't find myself bored. There's, the bank scenario was a little different from where it was going. It took a little turn a little bit and then went right back in.
But I will say this. That bank episode technically can count as a filler episode.
Yeah.
But like other seasons where we've seen and we had filler episodes, like you could scrap it. I feel like this was good. You don't need to scrap that filler episode.
Well, I mean, it still ties in one of the gangs that since that Wilson, became mayor, the gangs he had all in line, and the wife did pretty much. She had it all because he disappeared. So when he showed up, it kind of threw things like it was a pebble in the pond.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the Irish group, they went to the bank because they had a debt to pay.
But they were also like cops.
Yeah. So, all that stuff too. Well, yeah, they have cops in their pocket. So, yeah. So,
no, I think he was also a former cop.
But no, but they have cops in their, there's cops on the take.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the watch.
I'm excited for season 2. And
Me too.
Supposedly there's a rumor that they are already thinking about doing season 3 and there's no talks about stopping.
They're saying for 10 years.
Yes.
10 years. The guys are, I think he's in his 40s, late 40s, early 50s. I can't.
Are you talking about Charlie Cox?
Yeah.
He is he's not that old.
Okay. Shit. He's not that old. Okay. He's only a couple years younger than you.
Let's pump our brakes about how old he is.
No, he's a couple years older than you. Excuse me. He's a couple years older than you. My bad. For some reason, I thought he was older. No. Born in 1982.
Now, Vincent D'Onofrio, on the other hand, he was born in 59. He would be the curveball. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Kingpin doesn't have to,
he doesn't have to be there every time.
Exactly. Because I believe that Kingpin was originally
a Spider-Man
villain.
Yeah.
Yes. And then it transitioned into being Daredevils.
Which would actually be dope to see Spider-Man get involved.
They're saying he may. They're saying he may. They are saying he may.
Yeah.
Up. We'll see. And that, they may need him because of that big war to take down Fisk for season 2. They may need the Defenders, Spider-Man, Elektra, because Elektra is in charge of the Hand.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's so many good storylines with Daredevil. I mean, like recently they just had the storyline where Daredevil becomes the Fist of God. Like, it's in the comics.
Didn't Iron Fist was the Fist of God? Was it Iron Fist?
No,
one time
Thor became the God of Fists in an alternate reality, in an alternate universe. He became the God of Fists. He punched his hammer until it broke. He was trained by Kun Lu. He was trained in Kun Lao. But in Daredevil, the Fist of God, he gets a all white Daredevil outfit. Like the seven deadly sins escape, and he has to fight them off.
Oh, I remember seeing that outfit. That doesn't make sense. But now it does. Okay, gotcha. All right,
coolness.
Okay, no, good for him. All right. All right, guys, that is our marvelous review of Daredevil, Born Again, currently streaming on Disney+. Have you seen it? What was your favorite moment? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Until next time, will be the next time. I'm Angel.
I'm Adon.
Love you, bro.
Love you too. Vanessa.
Not Vanessa.